Hey traders, welcome back. Today is Sunday evening, March the 6th, getting ready for the week of March the 6th trading. This is our weekly trading preview. I'm going to give you a little bit of an outline of what we're looking at attacking this week, some of the things that we're watching, some of the things that we have going on. First thing right off the bat that I want to always do is give a weekly update of our technical analyses for the market. We do this on a daily basis inside of the live trading room, but this is the weekly view. So this is coming off of weekly candles and weekly time periods that we're looking at. We use about 12 different technical indicators as well as a dual overlay, a moving average with simple and exponential moving averages all the way from 5 to 200 day moving averages. And we compile all of that. It gives us some pivot points to work off as we trade throughout the week. No surprise here, still in a strong sell mode, very bearish as we look at the overall markets right now. Some key support resistance areas that I'm looking at, I've been talking about this for a very, very long time right now. 4260 to 4280 on the ES, on the S&P futures. 4260 is my real sort of drop dead bottom support level that this market needs to hold. It's come down and touched the 4260, 4280 level about a dozen times since the start of this year, 2022. It's held every single time, but each time that it's touched it, it's gotten a little bit weaker, a little bit weaker, a little bit weaker. We're sitting here Sunday evening. Futures market's been open for about 4 hours now, and we're down below it. We are down below the 4257, so just barely down below 4260. We've been down here a couple of times, but we'll have to see how that holds going forward. My next key support level for the markets here, the ES, is 4175. I have placed, as you guys see in the trading room tonight, Sunday evening, I have placed a small position at 4265 in the ES, about a 9% implied potential rate of return for the next 1 day holding period on that trade. But those are the key levels that I'm looking at. Again, we would really need the market, the ES, to hold the 4260 level by the end of cash close Monday to be able to continue to hold out any hope for a bullish move here or even a neutral move. Below that, again, 4175 is my next level. We look at the 1 week heat map for trading over the last week. Not a lot of surprises here. Obviously, the strength came in the energy sector. Surprisingly, had some strength in real estate as we had a flight to quality in bonds. Bonds pushed up, interest rates pushed back down. That's obviously helpful for real estate. Obviously, another flight to quality area is utilities. Some strength there. Boy, other than that, an area that was just really oversold was healthcare. And we're seeing some good, I believe, buying opportunities in healthcare right now as we look at that. Monthly sector rotation. Again, you're seeing this is from a month-to-month basis from January through February. Healthcare really got hit harder than anything. I do believe that the healthcare sector is a little oversold at this point, and you do have, I believe, communication services is the sector that is the richest and most overbought at this point. Again, continuing to look for opportunities in healthcare as this week develops for a long bullish position. Put to call ratio in the market for the S&P, obviously well above the one number that we generally look at as a neutral reading. It's very bearish on the overall trend. Open interest, you can see open interest across the board has been favoring the puts. Volume also favoring the puts. If you're not familiar with the put to call ratio, I'm going to do a little training video on the put to call ratio here in the next little bit, along with this little guy right here, which, here we go, there we go, which is our option skews. And you can see again, looking at in the money puts, looking at in the money calls over here. And again, the volume, the activity is in the put side. You can see there's a lot more volume. There's a lot more activity on the put side. The put skew continues to remain to the put side, which is bearish also. And again, if you're not familiar with volatility skews, if you are not familiar with the put call ratio, I'll do a little bit of a training video this week to help you with that. Couple of ticker symbols that I'm watching right now that are on my watch list. TLT, RSX, CL, which is oil, NG, which is nat gas, ZW, which is wheat, and ZS, which are soybeans. Take a quick look at those for a second. Here's TLT. This is the iShares Trust for the 20-year Treasury bond. It's an ETF. We love to trade this. It's one of our favorites to trade. It's obviously been in a very big down cycle for quite some time, as we understand the Fed's going to raise interest rates. That pushes bond values down as interest rates rise. But we've also had this huge flight to quality in here that has created what I believe is a very interesting shorting opportunity, especially up around this 142 consolidation area. So I've got TLT on my watch list. RSX, unfortunately, there's not a whole heck of a lot that we can do with RSX anymore. This is the ETF that tracks the large cap Russian stocks. Russian stock market, surprise, surprise, been closed quite a bit lately. We can't even get pricing on some of these. And some of the things that I think is interesting in this massive slide that we've had here is that even with this massive slide, just going for maybe 35 down to 5 in just a little bit of time, we are still above NAV. We're still above the net asset value on RSX by quite a bit. Getting limited somewhat here on the strike prices that we have to work with, but it is something that's still on my watch list. It is something that I am still interested in putting some trades on. Certain brokers are starting to obviously limit the trading opportunities that are available, and some brokers have just completely removed all of the options from RSX. But it is on my watch list. Nat Gas on my watch list as well, pushing to a little bit of a high here. We've traded in and out of Nat Gas several times here. Obviously, with the geopolitical events that are taking place here, that's one of the ones that I'm looking at. One of the things that I like about the Nat Gas trade is it is getting into my window of opportunity for this. I usually like to only trade Nat Gas with about 21 days to go or less. They are monthly options, so you kind of sometimes just have to sit around and wait for the time to click by. Where we're getting right now, these March 28th expirations coming up. That's going to be something that I'm going to be looking at for the trading room this week to take another jump into. We've had some really good success with those. ZW, well, that's wheat. A lock limit up again. It would look like that wheat is not trading, and it may look at a very cursory glance that my computer is turned sideways. Because that is about as parabolic a chart as you're ever going to see. Again, we don't need to get too in-depth into the geopolitical events. Ukraine and Russia both amounting to over 35% of the wheat market, mostly for export. So that's in play right now as well, watching that. Probably one of my favorite trades right now. We put a trade on last week with this. In fact, we still got it open right here. And this is soybeans. Now, soybean is an interesting trade for me. It's obviously, high tide floats all boats, a low tide sinks all boats. Soybeans is getting pulled right along with corn and wheat and a lot of these other commodity softs. However, soybeans does not have the supply demand constraints that wheat has. So understand what I'm saying. It's getting dragged along with wheat in this almost parabolic move, but it doesn't quite have the same supply demand constraints. I feel like putting a bearish trade on soybeans right here, probably one of my favorite trades right now. Of all trades out there, 19 days to go in this current expiration cycle. So it's inside of my window there as well. So those are some of the trades that I've got on my watch list for this week. Some of my trading ideas for us in the trading room on Monday, folks. What we're looking at, well, potentially market-moving headline news. Throughout the week, it's going to be the war. That's going to be our headline risk throughout the week. We do also have continuing talks with Venezuela about maybe replacing the oil that we import from Russia, banning oil imports from Russia. Was something that was not thought to be on the table. It looks like it is now, and oil is pushing higher on those news. So we'll have to watch those moves on Monday. Monday is obviously a very busy day for us in the trading room. We have our primary focus for the day, which is our 0DTE index trade. I've already got an ES trade that we've already started tonight. I like the levels that it's at right now. It was almost a 9% 1 DTE, one-day trade. So we'll see how that looks in the morning as we get together in the chat room. But core trading ideas for Monday, obviously we're going to focus on a 0DTE index trade. We were able to not double dip, but triple dip on Friday, get 3 winning trades. That was an awesome trading day. We may be able to do that again here on Monday. We may be able to get an early one in and out of the way, maybe just get a 40-50% capture on it, and then reposition for another one later in the day. We'll see how the day develops. We're going to put another IWM weekly credit strangle on. We have been killing it with those. Those have been so flexible in this scary, scary market that we're in. So we're going to look to attempt to initiate another one of those on Monday. We had a 4DTE SPY trade that expired last week for us that was an 8% return. We never had to adjust it. Who would have thunk it? But we didn't have to adjust it at all last week. We were not able to get a Q trade in. Man, I'm hopeful this week that we can get a 4DTE Q trade in as well. Bonus trades for Monday night, don't have anything lined out right now. Tuesday, we got trade numbers coming out an hour before the cash open. Obviously, we got the war that's going to be headline news for the rest of the week or the next foreseeable future. We do have a bonus trade that we're looking at on Tuesday, which are going to be currency trades. One of them definitely is going to be the yen, and we might find possibly one more. But we're looking at doing some currency trades. Again, through the futures market, not Forex trades. It'll be through the futures market. Man, we've had some really, really good success with trading the yen. It's back inside of that trading range again, so we'll take a look at that. And the big, big news for Tuesday is that we are going to start up our dedicated scalping program. This is something that we've talked about forever. It has been a logistical nightmare to try to roll it out. Look for a video later tonight on the scalping program. I'll try to give you a little bit more in-depth detail of it, but we do plan every Tuesday and Thursday now to have a dedicated YouTube live stream running with the tick strike in the background, an audible alert, and in real time being able to see every single one of my positions. So we'll be scalping all day long Tuesday. In addition to that, on Tuesday, I do look to put a 1DTE overnight index trade on once again, very similar to what I did tonight with the trade that we have up and running already. Looking at Wednesday's price action and in news items, we do have crude oil inventory numbers coming out an hour after the cash open. We generally utilize that oil inventory report to put a weekly oil trade on. However, number one, we're already in an oil trade. Number two, you guys understand what's happening with oil right now. I do not think the oil inventory numbers are going to make one iota of difference to what oil is going to be doing price action wise on Wednesday. So we may take a look at that to see if those oil inventory numbers can give us a little bit of boost in IV and maybe add to our current oil trade. But I don't think it's going to be a normal Wednesday oil trade for us on this coming Wednesdays. Of course, Wednesday's focus, again, will be back to the 0DTE index trades. Don't have any bonus trades in mind right now. Something obviously may come along as the week progresses. Thursday, big day. We've got jobless claims coming out, CPI numbers. Probably going to be horrible on the CPI, probably going to be good on the jobless claims. Both of those should be bad in terms of what the Fed's going to need to do. We'll just have to see how those play out. And we're going to probably be patient and wait until after both of these numbers are out before we start looking at putting any of our trades together. Looking at maybe a 2 DTE earnings trade. We've got some earnings trades, both pre-earnings and post-earnings that we're going to be looking at on Thursday. And then Thursday, again, we're back into scalping all day long on the live YouTube feed. Bonus trades, I do think I'm going to look at putting another 1 DTE overnight index trade on. Again, very similar to what we've got going on tonight, Sunday evening. Friday's trading ideas. We've got the University of Michigan Sentiment Index coming out about a half hour after the cash market opens up. It is a Friday, so our main focus will be the 0DTE index trade, and I don't really have anything else on the line on tap for Friday other than closing out the week strong with another good 0DTE opportunity. Little update on our core strategies and where we're at. 0DTE strategies year to date. We've had 27 days of 0DTE opportunities so far this year in 2022. We've done 41 total trades because we do double, triple, and sometimes quadruple dip on days when we can get multiple 0DTEs up and running. We've had 39 winners and 2 losers during that time frame. One thing that I would just recommend, once again, for those of you that are in the live trading room, click that pin that is at the top of Discord. We do record every video session and what the result was and how the result turned out and what the ROI was. Win, lose, or draw, they're all in there. They're all recorded for you. So make sure to check those out. Our 4 DTE SPY and Q trades, we started those back on December of 2021. So a little over a year now. We've had 60 wins and 5 losses with those. And we'll continue to try to work those. They're a little bit more flexible sometimes than the 0 DTE. But it has flip-flopped a little bit for us lately, where in 2021, the 4 DTE trades were pretty straightforward and pretty easy to manage, and sometimes you'd actually forget about them. You'd go a whole day or maybe even 2 days before even looking at them. The market was so docile, and the 0 DTEs were very tough to make money on because we didn't have any IV in the trade, so premiums were low. Well, that's reversed now. A whole lot easier, I think, to trade the 0 DTEs than the 4 DTEs. We only were able to get one in. Again, last week we were able to get the SPY in, made 8% for the week on that. Couldn't get a Q trade in though. Our IWM weekly credit strangles, those things are just money. Those have been absolutely the most flexible trades in terms of the market bouncing all over the place and we needing to monitor or adjust our trades. They've been very flexible in that aspect. We've had 10 opportunities to do that trade this year. We've done every single one of those. Sometimes we will skip a week if we just can't find an entry point or the volatility just doesn't make sense. We'll skip it. But we've done every week this year. All of them have been winners, no losers. So that's a little bit of an overview where we're at. Every week here in the weekly preview for the week, I want to give you members that are in the live trading room some bonus gifts to work on. I put a link in there from one of our members. Delta 22 was nice enough to put this link up here for a public domain access to the book Trading in the Zone. There's actually 2 of them. Awesome books. When traders come to me and they say, is there a good book I can read on trading? This is where I always tell them to start. Really great book from that aspect. Also, again, remember that we record every one of our live trading sessions that we do inside of the Zoom, and they're edited down, and you can stop, watch, pause, review anytime that you want. Everything that we do in here is documented, so make sure that you have that pin at the top of Discord and you are utilizing that. We have a member here that puts Russ that puts a lot of work into recording these and editing these, and I appreciate the heck out of him. Make sure you're utilizing that benefit feature. Some links and support for you here. If you don't have the YouTube channel, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you don't hit the like button, if you're not getting notified when we get posted here, by all means, what are you doing? Hit the like button. Make sure that you're getting notified when we do post on here. I'm pretty active on Twitter. I will try every single day that especially every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that we do 0 DTEs, to post the trades that we are working on that day on my Twitter account. It's at Theta Seller, and but we just post them obviously after the fact so that our members can get in first. Love to connect with you guys on Twitter. Love to chat on Twitter. Probably spend too much time on Twitter. If you ever need to have a one-on-one session with me Zoom-wise, you can schedule it right there on my calendar link, calendly.com/Theta Seller. I am available on Tuesdays and Thursdays to have a 30-minute Zoom call with you. If you want to chat about trading, you want to chat about what we're doing in our trading room, all of that is good stuff. Got a personal email. It is my personal email. Come straight to me. You got questions, let me know. Love to chat with you there as well. We do have the asymmetric trading system, which is a passive investment portfolio system. We doubled the market return last year at less than half the risk. We've had a great year so far until last month. Last month's was not good, but we got a whole year ahead of us here. I love that system. It's very pain-free. It's very easy to manage. You can check that out if you want to have a two-week free trial to look at that and what we do in there. It's just asset allocation, passive investing. And then we do, of course, have our live 0 DTE trading room where we are live trading usually the SPX, could be the NDX, could be the Russell, but we do live trading in there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We do it in a live chat room. We do it in a live Zoom session. It doesn't get any more real than that, guys. We record it all, so you can check that out for a 1-week free trial as well. Love to have you guys come check it out and see what we're doing. In addition to that, just again, guys, want to give some gratitude and thanks for you guys. We'll be putting these videos out, these preview videos out every week on Sunday evening, letting you know what we're looking at doing in the trading room. I am grateful for all of you guys that have subscribed to the YouTube channel and are following along. As my good buddy Zig Ziglar used to always say, loved that guy to death. That's kind of my mantra in life. You can get everything in life that you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. And I truly believe it. So I hope you guys find value in that. We will see you guys Monday morning in the trading room. Take care. Be safe out there, guys. Another crazy week ahead of us. At least that's what it looks like.